So this woman, let's call her Bull. And Bull has a big problem. She's dead. She's in the middle of getting heart surgery and she dies right there on the operating table. So she's lying there, dead, for about 3 minutes. And the doctors, they know what to do, so they electrocute her back to consciousness. And she's alive again. But she's not better, because later doctors diagnose her with a brain tumor, a really bad one. And they only give her 4 months to live. So Bull does chemotherapy, she does radiation, but unfortunately nothing beats this cancer. So she starts to take a different route. Alternative medicines. And she starts getting better and her cancer starts to stabilize. And she ends up living way past the 4-month mark. Yeah! Until Bull decides to share her story on Instagram, and she starts pushing the alternative cures that helped her. And things really take off for her. I mean, people love her. I mean, her Instagram blows up, she gets lots of fans, tons of support, she creates a wellness app, and the app is so popular, Apple wants to partner with her and make it available on the Apple Watch. She creates a cookbook, she raises a bunch of money and donates it to charity. Things are going really well for her. Until Bull gets more cancer. Not only does she have it in her brain, she has it in her blood, her spleen, her liver, all kinds of places. Oh, but it's not over for Bull. During her rise to fame, she's posting more, she's giving more interviews, and she starts to claim that all of her cancer and health issues started back when she got the HPV vaccine. Basically saying a cancer vaccine ended up giving her cancer. Huh? And this immediately makes a lot of people skeptical. And that skepticism grew, and it grew, and it grew, and then journalists started to investigate her. Then, all of a sudden, boom, Bull makes front page news. 5 charities she claimed she had donated to never got the money. 4 of those charities didn't even know she was supposed to be raising money for them. So then where did all that money go? So that news about the charities just opens the floodgates. And suddenly every journalist in Australia is digging into her past, trying to see if she lied about anything else. Like, did she really die for 3 minutes during heart surgery? Did she really have all kinds of cancer in a bunch of places? And did her alternative treatments really help that cancer? And then all of a sudden her social media, where she was once loved, was now filled with nothing but hate. And poor Bull, she doesn't know what to do. She's removing comments, she's deleting her own posts that reference the cancer. Then it comes out that she spent that missing charity money on herself. Leasing a luxury car, vacations, clothes, new veneers, and people are pissed because they were lied to. Then Apple removes her app from the App Store and the book publisher withdraws her book from sale. And during all this chaos, Bull is like, okay, I can fix this, I just have to do an interview. So she sits down to do an interview with the Australian Women's Weekly. And it goes about as well as you would expect. I mean, pretty quickly the interviewer asks her if she has or has ever had cancer. And to everyone's surprise, Bull doesn't lie. She actually says, quote, "No, none of it is true." So why did she say she had cancer when she clearly didn't? Well, in a later interview, Bull actually claims that her doctor had tricked her into believing she had cancer. And of course, journalists look into this and it turns out that doctor doesn't exist. So that was also a lie. Now, eventually the Australian government, they investigate all this and they end up fining Bull like $410,000 for making false claims about donations to charity. Then she doesn't show up to any of her court dates, she doesn't pay any of her fines, and eventually police have to come raid her house and seize items to recoup the unpaid fines. A year later, the fines still weren't paid off and they raided her house again. And all this happened in Melbourne, Australia, so shout out to Australia.